Hello ladies, gentlemen, troglodytes and all manner of people and creatures in between. Welcome to the channel as we embark on a new adventure into the land of Troglodytopia, or in layman's, a hardcore Minecraft world. In this series I plan on experiencing all that hardcore Minecraft can offer, starting with the new stuff that came in 1.19. Now the main three being the deep dark, mangrove trees / swamps, and finding an ally. I've absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with an ally, but we're going to find one, and that's besides the point. Now, the only other stipulations I have for this endeavour is trying to do a run completely vegetarian, so no needlessly killing animals, mobs, sheep, pigs, cows, rabbits, etc. So let's crack on, grab some bamboo, no idea when we're going to see it again, and we'll go and destroy our first tree. There's a nice little one over here, so let's get to punching. There's always an odd satisfaction in taking your first log. It's the epitome of starting a new world. Everything beforehand just feels inconsequential, really. But we've got our wood, we'll have to build our first workbench and crack on with probably the worst crafting you've ever seen. And we'll find somewhere to set up camp. So, like I said, get ourselves a workbench. Boop. And as promised, the worst crafting you've ever seen. I mean, to be fair, this axe isn't terrible. It's pretty standard, but this bow, this is something else. Oh, beautifully done. Beautifully done in the most outrageous manner possible. But with that there, let's set off and find ourselves somewhere to set up our base camp. Check the direction we're going. Look over this way, and no sun. So, nothing to that side, so we are heading south. I'll see you over there. And we're back. It's been days, weeks, months. It's actually been about 90 minutes, but it took a lot longer than I was expecting. But we're here anyway. So, how did we get here? So we started off by collecting spiderwebs so we could build ourselves a bed, and that way we can do our bed stuff without actually having to kill any sheep. We watched a rabbit commit suicide, which is a bit sad really, considering it is a vegetarian run. Next, we used said bed, then we went and found ourselves a portal, then we went and slept again, then we raided a farm, then we somehow managed to get some iron, no idea how we managed that, like we just found it. After that we built ourselves our first pickaxe, and collected a little bit more iron, so now we're up to date. And we find ourselves in this nice little grove, where we're just going to clear out some trees and get ready for our first build, kinda. It's just going to be a simple little shed where we're going to sleep for the time being. Anyway, please consider subscribing and liking if you want to follow me on this journey. It's the first time I've done something like this. I do plan on having somewhat regular uploads, and just go on this journey with me. I am going to give it my all, damn it, even if I do end up dying in episode 2, but let's hope that doesn't happen, shall we? to be honest. I knew it wouldn't be perfect, but it's a start. Problem is that big old hole is calling to me, and I kind of want to start gathering some cobblestone iron, some coal, you know, little things that we're going to need. Probably a little premature, but we're going to go break up the monotony. And we can always finish it up after. So we'll grab us some spuds, head back into a time lapse where me and you are going to have a little chat. Okay? Cool. I'll see you in the caves. So, how are we doing? Life treating you well? See, we all have good days and bad days. Good years, bad years. It's the ups and downs that make life worth living. Sure, it may seem at times having a disproportionate amount of bad days compared to the good, and sometimes that can feel a bit overwhelming. But just try and remember to look for the light in the dark. See, most successful people can count their successes on one hand, but they could fill a library with their failures. I mean, it's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but they could definitely write a book, and most of them do. The same can be said of lucky people. Sure, there is an element of luck with all things, but most lucky people haven't had the years of hard work highlighted. This is where perspective comes in. What you perceive as success and what you perceive as luck is only the surface of a culmination of hard work and failure. What this teaches us is a few key ingredients into becoming the best version of ourselves, and if I could sum it up with some important pieces of advice, they are as follows. Most importantly, learn to learn. This is one critical failing of our current learning structure. We are taught to pass tests, not to learn. It will turn every failure into a lesson. Drop the ego. This goes hand in hand with being okay with failure, and you'd be surprised at how much more excited successful people are with failure than they are with being on the mark. And lastly, your only competition is you from yesterday. People behind a race leader tend to focus on that number one spot, but that person in the number one spot, they're focusing on being better than they were yesterday. These three things are all key factors into adopting this growth mindset, which we as people are capable of everything that has come before us, which is amazing. We just need to practice till we're better than we were. If this feels impossible, just go and look at a baby. You were once that helpless. And look at you now. Are you still like that? No. And above all else, try not to get killed by a skeleton. Sure, your ability to grasp new concepts and grow new skills decrease as you age, but it never goes away. And that is something worth striving for. Anyway, we're back at the base now, so let's tidy things up a little bit and see what we can get out of it. Yeah? Put a few sense hosts here, look pretty dapper, and try not to push the rail cart out the way. You know, the usual. And just remember, good and bad, this too shall pass. I ain't gonna lie, how dapper do I look? Well, now we can go caving safely. Thanks for being here. Ta-ra!